Hi, um, my name is Ashley, and um, on a Tumblr or two of mine, I have talked about suicide a lot, and I just thought that maybe I could make a video explaining what exactly runs through my mind. Um, I've been depressed since I was in 7th grade. I was officially diagnosed about halfway through the year. Um, it started really stupid. It started with me self-harming because a boy I liked like another girl. That was the stupidest thing I have ever done in my life, and that is my biggest regret. So don't let that happen because it only goes down from there. Um, I'm not really one to give advice on how to be okay with depression. I don't honestly think there's a way that you can be okay with depression because it's like you're drowning. It's like you're swimming in a pool and you're trying to find the staircase because you just want to get out. Like you don't feel like swimming. You want to go home. But this depression is like the water and it doesn't let you go to the stairs. It doesn't let you go home. It traps you there and you feel like you're sinking. And yeah. Um so continuing on with my depression story, I guess that this is what it is. Um in Okay, so from 7th grade to halfway through my sophomore year of high school, I just finished my junior year. I'm going to be a senior in like 3 months. Um, for those years, I self-harmed, and I still have a couple scars. And but hey, at school, no one notices because I'm so happy. I make the stupid jokes. And if I like a teacher, I goof around with them, and I try my hardest not to have any days where I want to cry and just sleep on my desk, but that's really most of the days I go to school because I'm I'm the worst example of depression or how to fight it because I don't fight it. This March was when I gave into my depression. I just let it take me over. So that probably led to when I overdosed in May. Um, I didn't tell anybody that I overdosed, which, looking back, I don't know if I regret telling people or not. I didn't put a message to the world on a billboard on the highway. My best friends didn't find out until my parents found out, which was a week later. My algebra teacher, because he was really supportive and he was really easy to talk to. He found out before my parents did. And the very next week, a week after I took the pills, I went to a psychiatric center, and I was there for 4 days. And it's weird. It's really weird. It's everything I expected and nothing I expected. And if you guys want a video explaining my stay there, I can if you want. I don't know. I just decided, hey, let's be really personal today. Um, and then last week, I did about a half an overdose. I wasn't completely sure if I wanted to kill myself or not, but it was enough to take 12 of the pills. So, yeah. Um, and now I shall talk about like how I stopped cutting because that's like the only achievement I've really made. Um, I think I stopped. I'm pretty sure I stopped my sophomore year, and then my junior year, I had like two or three slip-ups. And how I deal with that, I love acoustic music. To me, it is one of the most beautiful things ever. Um, there was also this website that I went on, and it was like a thunderstorm online, and it looked realistic and it sounded realistic. And if you scrolled higher, it would be lighter rain, like just little droplets. But then if you go down, the sky turns black and there's lightning. So I could control it. That was something that I could control that didn't involve hurting myself. Um, some other methods that are good is running your wrist under water, either hot or cold, um, or sometimes I just write out just words that fly in my head, like things that I think negatively about myself or people I'm mad at, and I write it down on a piece of notebook paper, and I rip it up into the smallest pieces I can. My best coping skill, honestly, is sleeping. Like, if I'm good at one thing in this world, it is sleeping. And sometimes it's good to get away. Another really good coping skill is getting your favorite book, starting it over, and just getting lost in it. One thing you shouldn't do when you're feeling depressed is be by yourself. I am an absolute hypocrite because I always just stay in my room if I'm not feeling good. So, but sometimes I try to skip out on school, telling my dad that there's no way I could handle school that day. I just wanted to stay home, maybe sleep a few extra hours. I'd come out into the living room if I had to, but he would always make me go to school. And by the end of the day, I would feel a little bit better because I would be surrounded by my friends. And I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I'm frustrated, I love doing algebra. And I'm in algebra 2 this year. Well, I was. And I got a lot of my homework done because if I got frustrated, I would just do it then. Like every time I got in a fight with somebody, I would turn to my algebra homework, and maybe there's just something about figuring out like having to fully concentrate on formulas that you can't fully concentrate on what's eating you up. Um, I'm trying to think of things I missed. Um, so once again, my name is Ashley. I've attempted suicide 2.5 times. I used to cut, and somehow I'm still alive. So, even though I'm feeling really bad right now, I'm not going to try anything, and I'm just going to be thankful that I'm alive today. So, if you're breathing right now and watching this, well, obviously you're doing this both. If you're breathing, put your hand over your chest just to double check. Once you put your hand over your chest and you feel your heartbeat, that is your inspiration for living. Because some people idolize music, and to someone else, your heartbeat could be their bass line, or it could be their drumming pattern of their favorite song. You could be their favorite song. So, hang in there. Um, just hold on to the rope with two hands and don't let it slip.